Okay, race fans, welcome for tonight here for the Clean Racing League, and it's going to be a good one. Apologize about the switch on the ticker part. SDK's having a little bit of issue here, so I have to live with this one for the night for right now. So just bear with me if I have a few little hiccups. But we're kicking off the season for trucks, and we're kicking it off in a big style here, Lucas Oil Speedway. This place, man. It's a tricky track. Very difficult to get around. But, like I said, we're here for the Clean Racing League. And the Clean Racing League as a whole, name-wise, there you go. Ought to be a good one. Had a good season last season, man. Qualifying's underway. Right now, Jacob Grant going to be the man putting it on pole. Nathan Brown starting right there in second. Josh Ross third. Old Kenny up there, Evan starting fourth. Tom Richard in fifth right now. Solid field. Let me hear who you got as your favorites out there. Hit them likes and shares. I know it's going to be a good one. Counting it down here. Get set to kick the season off. It's going to be a good one. Got a few more seconds to go, and definitely keep this up. Get you a little info real quick. What tonight's race is going to be about. They call it IRP. Lucas Oil. 4 sets of tires, 1 to start, so three spares. 150 laps. Wow, 150 laps. Woo. Starting it off big here tonight with this one. Fuel at 70%. Pit stops. So temperature's going to be at 78. And quite a few yellows in the past here. So, and you know, that's not taking anything away from what these guys are. The problem is this track. I mean, this track is it's this track. I mean, that's all I got to say. It's Lucas Oil. I mean, it is what it is. Let's look at the grid real quick, though. Man out front, Jacob Grant is going to start out front with Nathan Brown there in second. You got John Ross going to start in third. Evan Kinney starting up fourth. Tom Richard there in fifth. Trevor Ryan starting in the sixth place spot. Jay Colpe's going to be in the seventh. Got James Horn there starting in the eighth place. Ninth place man is Eric Anderson. Kevin Becker's going to be in the 10th. 11th place, Ken Allen. Vernon Markham. I'd get that one right eventually. In 12th. 13th, Chris Smith. Andy Cork starting in the 14th. 15th there is Craig Schroeder. Stephen Tuck starting in 16th. 17th place, Leroy Colps. And then David Palmer there in 18th. 19th, Abram Gostin. And Paul Turner starting 20th. 21st, Ryan Twinham. I'm going to say Twinham. James Rayburn in there in 22nd. 23rd, Sammy Dale. Shane Cullen. Calhoun. I think it's Calhoun. I think we spoke about that last season. 24th, 25th, Frederick Garcia. Man, that does your grid. Get set to go green. Gonna be a good one here. Kicking the season off. Check out cleanracing.net. Ought to be awesome. All right, Jacob Grant company up front with Nathan Brown. Look at old Brown. What kind of truck he got tonight? He out here sporting. See, I don't know if we got a good side view. No, we don't have the side view. Dickens. Figures he gonna have something with Dick in it. I mean, it's Nathan Brown. Come on. All right, here we go. Leroy. Jacob out front. Green flag. You got to be careful with this track. Oh, man, it will chew you up. You can already see side-by-side action right there. John Ross. Ross trying to see if he can't take that inside lane. You see the truck's already diving up the track. The outside lane, well, will be the preferred place, but after a while, well, I mean, the outside lane will be preferred. You could pass on the inside if you can get that guy on the outside to push up the track a lot. But I feel like that outside's where you need to be, kind of that middle outside lane right there. You see it. Good battle. Tom Richards trying to hang on. Meanwhile, back here in the back, around about 13th place spot. Nice looking truck, by the way. Eric Anderson. Back here, everybody's going to go single file eventually. You'll see these little clusters of passes after a while. Very slick style track. Palmer says, you know what, I'm gonna pull down here and let these guys have it for right now. He yanks down David Palmer and got a truck slow on the bottom. That Leroy says, I'm gonna drop back to the back here for a minute. I don't know about that up front action. Meanwhile, Grant's still the man leading. He's trying to stretch that lead. You don't want to burn the tires up. Tires will be important here, but track position can become the key. Got a battle going on behind him back here. Let's see, that's around about right here. Andy Cork and company. Vernon. Oh, Vernon puts him in the wall a little bit. That, bump and run will come into play. You can overdrive the turns really easy here, going to the inside. The truck is going to want to scoot up the track. Going to get skinny with it. Those two guys are going to try to go side by side, nose to tail. Right on the inside here with him. Off a dart. Wow. Looks like got around him. They made that thing single file. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see single file, and then all of a sudden these guys are going to go kind of like, side by side. Have these little clusters of battles. I would try to keep up with all the action going on, but man, out front right now, he's being chased down by John Ross. That's what I'm talking about. It's real easy to get out front, use up those tires, and the guy behind you will start running you down. Did a race the other week. Same scenario. Thought I had the Clean Racing League. I know Mission 22 is part of it, so there we go. Caution! All right, let me see if I can't find it. Finding the cautions on this thing is kind of a little tough. There it is. I think it's Frederick Garcia. Still having the Garcia. Loopsy coming out. Oh, he's blinking. Not Garcia. That is I am trying to find who. The Ford machine. Paul Turner, there it is. We just saw it. Got a little loose, got bumped, got turned. Okay. Yeah, a little harder to find the incidents on this, so to speak. Under caution, first time here. Let me hear who your favorite drivers are out there. Who you got? You're rooting for. Pulling forward. So far, so good. Bringing this thing to life. Clean Racing League here tonight. Double file up. Lucas Oil Speedway. IRP, excuse me. Pace car's about to duck off. Going back green again. This is a place, even though, I mean, I know we talk about the Clean Racing League a lot. I talk about it as, well, they live up to their name. Clean Racing League. We go back green here under the lights. But this track, it is a deadly style track. Grant right now is trying to see if he can't beat back out front. Battles on for second. Ross and Richard, they're battling it out. One's low, one's high. They'll duke it out door to door. 70% fuel. Going to want to stretch that thing as far as you can. Probably 35 laps, I'm going to say. Roundabout, give or take. James Horn, Evan Kinney, Nathan Brown. Those guys battling. Side by side. Now they go nose to tail. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to try to get nose to tail as fast as you can here. As quick as you can. But then you want to, to get behind that guy. You want to try to see if you can come up with some game plan to maybe get him. Pick him off one by one. Sit back. Let him use his stuff up. Tuck and Company back here. Looking very strong. Got a good field here to start it off. Now here to Clean Racing League. Kicking off the season. Check them out, cleanracingleague.net. Love it. Oh! Car almost, truck back there, he almost got wiggly with it. That was actually Ryan Wayne. I don't know how to say his name. Let me know who your favorite drivers are out there, folks. Who are you rooting for? Who are you pulling for? Ryan's looking strong. He's a good yellow and black machine. Nice looking pick him up truck. Frederick Garcia right behind him. He's got the Super Mario Brothers. Almost looks like Fruity Pebbles out there if you want to, kind of look at it a little bit. Jacob Grant, oh, he's got trouble. Look at this. John Ross is on his back bumper, making it a tailgate party. Going to look to the inside. Does he got enough muscle to make the pass? No. That's what you got to be worried about. That truck just snapping out from under you. No amount of skill or anything is going to relieve that. Woo! Trevor Ryan moves up to third. Evan Kinney seeing if he can't pull his tail to the front. Right now he's in 5th place, right behind Tom Richard. Richard's a man. Seeing what he can do. Got Brown behind him. This is a solid battle so far. Riding on board here with Kenny. You can see him, he has to get out of it just a little bit. You got to utilize some brake here. Oh yeah, right there you go. Don't want to push that truck too hard. Don't want to turn the wheel too much. It'll come right out from under you. You don't want to force that issue. That's the problem. Brown. Horn. Culp. And Becker back here. Everybody just being patient so far. Patience is the key. See. A little further on back. Some of the guys doing 19th Fredericks right there. Got Ryan, Paul Turner. Fun earlier. He's back up to 20th. And if he can't, man, get something going here tonight. Let's check on if Ross has been able to. And like I say, with those tires, no. Here comes Ryan, though. And this is the thing. The more you battle, the more you can bring more people to the party. Trevor Ryan is coming. He might have been back there saving his tires as these guys up front are kind of just tearing their tires up. Because it's Ross and Grant and Ryan. That's your top three right now. Ross is trying. I'm not saying a bump and run couldn't come into play at this track. You just got to be careful doing it. Meanwhile, back here with Kenny, he's harassing the back end of Tom Richard. Then you got Nathan Brown behind them. So you can see how Kenny back there, he looks to be faster. The problem with how he is right now, Richard is taking the line that he needs. And it's up to Kenny to find a way around Richard, not Richard to move out of the way. As long as he is just not, bobbing and weaving and driving drunk all over the track. Kenny's going to try that inside lane. You just see how long it takes for somebody to get him. I think eventually he's going to get him, because if he stays right where he's at, as long as he doesn't lose too much position right here, I think going into 3 and 4, really I think 1 and 2 is where he needs to dive down. But see how much position he lost right there. He needs to stay hooked up side by side. He's just too far back now. Now he's conceded to go back. Yeah, you've just got to put yourself in a position. Wow. Richard's right there. Kenny's with it. Brown. Oh, let's see. And he's going to try it again. If he can ever stay side by side with him, yeah. Here's to when we're going to see pit stops. This is a good battle, though. Around 4th, 5th, and 6th place spot. They keep going. They're actually going to have Nathan Brown up there with them. Going around a little bit of lap traffic. And he's going to have to stay right behind him. Meanwhile, up front, Grant's still been able to hold off the charge of Ross. And Richard's right there with him. Excuse me. Trevor Ryan's right there with him. You got a 3-truck battle up front for the lead. Got a 3-truck battle back for 4th, 5th, and 6th. See, man, just Ross can't get that run. What makes this place so hard to pass? And Ryan's got to figure out, what do I do? Now you see Ross is going to try to dive it on the inside. Again, if he's able to stay side by side with him, want to overdrive that turn. So easy to do. If he's able to stay side by side, but right there, so he has to chase the truck, and then that's going to leave the door wide open swinging for Ryan. And Ryan's going to push right through. The good news, though, for Ross is he stayed kind of in front of Ryan, and he's going to get that drive into the turn and maybe get up the track but not build it. Oh, boy. Ryan shut the door. But I think he'll get him here in 1 and 2 if he stays right where he's at. Well, maybe not. Door to door. What's is helping out Grant? Grant's loving it. He's like, yeah, tear your tires. Uh-oh. Ryan got in the wall a little bit. That, you kind of got to pinch the guy a little bit up top. I mean, you got to get room somehow, and that's how you get it. Meanwhile, still these guys are battling for 456. Oh, you see Tom Richard. He's out there dirt tracking it. Evan Kinney right there with him. Nathan Brown. Hey, what's up, Roman? John Ross, Aiden Court, Eric Anderson, and Leroy. I'm going to say Kolb. I don't even know how to say his other name. So let's see where that. Well, John Ross, we know where he's at. He's in 2nd. Who else you say? Andy Court. Andy, he's back in 11th. Eric Anderson, he's in 12th. And Leroy not doing too well. He's back in 24th. That's all right. He's got time to get up there. We'll root for Leroy. Leroy Jenkins. Gotta love it. Pit stop should be happening soon. I said 35, but they might be able to go 45. Heck, guys might be able to push this thing for who knows how long. All right, looking on the inside. I mean, Kenny's got to keep him honest, Richard-wise. Look out. Who's that? That's Vern. Vern says, I'm going to come up here and play. He's got that nice little GTR machine. I like the color scheme and the paints that he's got. Meanwhile, Kenny's going to try it again. Got to keep this guy honest on the outside, Richard. You see how that truck just gets tight, wants to go straight up the track. He has to stop it. You don't want to yank the wheel too much because then that's when you end up sliding. You don't want to get in the guy on the outside because you end up might be wrecking also. He's there. I think it's a matter of time before Kenny gets him. Richard's able to maintain that outside momentum. And you see just coming off the turn how much that truck gets loose. That's that tight, loose feeling. And that's the problem with this track. Meanwhile, up front, it's all Ross. And Trevor Ryan's made it around. Ross is still up here harassing Grant. Now, these three guys still going at it. Well, Duck, I ain't seen you in a while, man. What's going on? Yeah, I don't get to do the Friday night stuff much anymore. I don't know what happened over there, so anyways. Hey, we got a good league here, though. Clean Racing League. These guys, man, doing good. I don't know where BB's been at either. I haven't seen BB in a while. I guess since I don't do the Friday one. That's how broadcasting goes. Most folks are more league oriented than they are channel oriented. Let's say it that way. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, I'm still kicking though, man. We love this stuff. Got some good racing going on the track right now. We're here at Lucas Oil here tonight, kicking the season off for CleanRacingLeague.net. This is season number 2 for myself, not their season 2, but for me. Hey, I appreciate the guys letting me do it. And looks like Ross is going to have to fall. Woo! Well, that's something you don't want to see, man. A blinker. And next thing you know, ba-boom. But Leroy's not having the night he wants. He was down there in the grass. Oh, he held on to it. He's helping landscaping. Oh. Okay. Meanwhile, it's all Grant Ross. Yeah. Don't get the... Anyways, I want to get off subject on that one. Ryan's falling off the pace a little bit. You got Richard, Mar, Kenny. All these guys right now looking strong. Evan Kenny, Nathan Brown, top 3. Then you got James Horn back here with old Colt. Like pit stops for Horn, or he just says, "Go on around, man. You're a little bit faster. I don't want to hold you up." Good one. Well, I was way off on pit stops. I'm gonna tell you, I've been saying, "Wow." I guess I understand. I enjoyed them. The way I say duck, but hey. Grant, looking beautiful. Ross still right there, just keeping him honest. Lap after lap after lap. Man. One after the other. Jacob, Grant, Ross, Ryan, top 3. Then you got Richard, who's got a little bit of gap now from Vern. Actually, it looks like some of these guys came on pit road. Pit stops. You got to make pit stops soon. I mean, you can't stay out here forever. Oh, yeah, absolutely. No doubt, Duck. This is good racing. You guys are putting on a good race so far. Got Andy Court back here in 11th. Eric Anderson, he's back in 12th. Rayburn, 13th. Craig Schroeder, hope I said it right, back in 14th. Old Smith, 15th. Halen, nice looking DSX Michelle. Caution. Go back here and see. The caution was on. Oh, right there. Tuck. What happened to Tuck? Let's see. Maybe just lost it coming around the turn. Went to the inside, and just like that, let it rip.
going green, not going green.
All right, folks, under caution. Sorry about that. My wife had a call. Sometimes, man, you just got to take the real life stuff, you know. But, hey, I get it. Don't want to take away from the race here. This is a good one. At least we're just under caution and pit stops happening. Jacob Grant. So they went almost 60 laps before they pitted. Interesting. Jacob, John, Trevor. Pace cars in. And we're about to go side by side. Green flag. Jacob's going to get back out front. Everybody should be dead even. Remember, everybody's on new tires for the most part. Oh, a little bumpy up front. Ross got in the back of him. He's going, I'm going to talk to you this time, Grant. And Ryan says, I'm going to try to get up here before these tires wear out. Never mind. Ryan's around. Trevor, Ryan, let's go back. He was able to keep it going straight. He drove it in a little hard right there. And that's what I'm talking about. How that truck got tight. Got a little loose. Got tight. Got up into him. He was able to hang on to it. Man, just like that. Wow. Well, still up front battling. Meanwhile, round 4th, 5th, and 6th place spot, these guys, man, are banging and clanging. You got Horn, Kenny back on Vern. And he says, I want that spot. Give it to me. Gimme. Looks to the inside. Doesn't want to get that thing loose. We've seen him snapping loose all night long. Almost getting close to halfway home in this one. He's there. Just can't get that bite coming off the turn. Trucks will not stay bit down low. Now he gets a good run on the inside. I think Vern overdrove the turn. Door to door. Oh, he'll push him up the track. That's what he needed. Squeeze him just a little bit. Make Vern have to drive off the turn. And he did. Good pass. Evan Kinney. And still not going to be able to make it. He's going to stay down low. There you go. He got the pass. Good job. See if old Horn can get it done. Phelps back there with him. Vern's in trouble right now. Everybody going around. Weak deal so far. Go back. More back here. Roeder. Back in 11th with Smith. Well, let's see if old Ross has been able to do anything with Grant, because Grant has just checked out. I don't know if it'll go, well, it might go green flag to the end. We went pretty long time, Duck. I mean, for a short track, it's pretty good so far. See what old Garcia's got happening back here. Or Calhoun, excuse me. I always say, man, it sounds like an Italian pizza. You having for lunch, Calhoun. Leroy getting up to 23rd. I told you he keep going. He'll get up there. So far, Ryan and company. Oh, Anderson had to get heavy on the binder, or actually Ryan had to get heavy on the binders with Anderson. Let's go. Oh, well, never mind. He got too heavy on the binders right there, and iRacing says we're going to throw a caution for that. Really? They throw one for dude earlier. He just looped it. And I bet caution too. All right, caution number 2 here tonight. Actually 3, my bad. Not bad though. For this track, not bad at all. This place, very treacherous. We'll have to see. Everybody's been on their P's and Q's so far. All Grant though, dominate.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Grant out front. It's set to go back green here. Lap 75. We're halfway home. Recap a little bit. The first part of this race has been all Jacob Grant, pretty much dominating from the start. That man right behind him, Ross, has tried every move he could possibly find or get or try to get around him. Just not worked. Tom Richards back there going, look, one of them guys need to make a mistake and I can get around both of them. We'll see. Got Vernon, Horn, Colt, Becker, Court, Rayburn, Roden. Top 10. But it's been relatively clean. Now, yes, we only got 3 cautions so far, which is actually not bad for this track. They've not been like really kind of like wild style cautions either. Set to go green, pace cars in, Grant and Company up front. Grant's going to try to time this one a little bit different so they don't find out when he goes. Green flag. Yep, there he goes. Oh, Richard got, he didn't get that good of a jump. I thought he was going to be able to get on the inside. Well, Ross is right there. He just needs Grant to make one little wiggle, and he'll take that lead away. Because you can just see he drives it in a turn, but the truck just wants to climb up the track. But he got a good run off the turn that time. If he can get a good run in the turn, caution out. I don't know if he was ahead of him. Oh, 3 wide in the back. That's not going to work. Drew. Boom. This man right here. Yeah, they were 3 wide. Brown. Oh, he started to go around and then he got punched in the butt. Oh, and then got clobbered. Shoo! Knowed it. Done. Grant says, I'm coming into pit roads. This is unusual to see here. Which, again, this might take him all the way. To put Ross back out front. He's just going to have to be careful, though. You don't want to be, you're going to be marred back in traffic. Being marred back in traffic. Yeah. Yeah, going to be a crazy one. Let's see. Ross takes it over finally. Is he going to be able to hold on to it? That's the question. Wants to be able to maintain and stay out front. You got Ross, Richard, Vernon, Colt, Becker, Court, Rayburn, Schroeder, Smith, and Ryan, your top 10. John Ross finally sitting going, I'm finally out front. Can I stay out here? What's the game plan? You know, they went 50, 60 laps on fuel. With these cautions, that will help. I don't think they can go the whole entire distance caution free. I just don't think that's going to happen. We'll see. Ross right now.
Green flag.
Green flag, back at it. Ross and company there. See Ross finally getting his good jump out front of these guys. Richard's there with him. Richard's going to see now. I'm going to rash you and see if I can't get it done. Vernon and Colt, they're going to battle it out for third and fourth. Richard's going to still see if he can't steal that outside lane away. A ride right there in his tire track. You see, he gets a good run going in, but you have to back it up. Can't just keep going. And see how that truck almost wanted to snap loose? That's the product of this track. You get tight going in, right there in the middle. She gets real tight. Coming off though, you keep putting wheel into it. It's gonna snap right loose on you. So you gotta know when to let up. Can't just keep cranking the wheel. Meanwhile, solid battle happening back around 7th place spot. Got Cork, Rayburn, and Ryan. Blue Moon. Ice cream. Nice. Everybody loves ice cream. Well, I'll say most people should love ice cream. Man. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. That's how it goes. Caution out. Uh-oh. Tucker. Who is it? Uh-oh. Palmer. Boom! Bumps his nose. Can't get it going straight in time. To just give you an update on how hard it is to get through the field, Grant's only up to 12th. Remember, he was a fast cat early. Tough to get through that field. And the caution, here we go. All right, Ross out front. So far, so good. Got Ross, Richard. Those are your top two. Those guys have been going at it. Grant's trying to see if he can't get back to the field and get back up front. Kicking the season off here, Clean Racing League.net. Guys here tonight kicking their season off here. Lap 90. Oh, John Ross. And with plan. Man out here at least trying. See again. You got John Ross, Tom Richard, Andy Court, Evan Kinney, Chris Smith, Jacob Grant and company. Lights off on the pace car. We're going back green. Y'all enjoying the race so far? It actually has been a really good one to be a short. And I know I talk about these guys being the Clean Racing League and they live up to that name. Look, this track, it's tough. They should name this place Too Tough to Tame. Green flag and look at Ross. Ross says, see you later, I'm gone. I'm getting out of Dodge. And he did. He blasted out of that one. Left everybody sitting. Kenny, I mean, the biggest battle's happening in 4th and 5th. You got Grant. Oh, Grant's been able to move up. Wow. A lot of guys must have pitted, and he's able to get back up to 5th, or 4th, excuse me. Horn right there with him in 5th. Court can't get on to 6th. We got a side-by-side duel around 7th, 8th, and 9th. Wayne, Ryan, Smith, and company. Look out. They're going to beat doors down. Solid battle happening right there. You got Vern right behind Ryan. That on the move, Trevor Ryan. Remember Trevor Ryan was up front too? At his pit stop, he's trying to get back up there. Along with Jacob Grant. It just takes so long. They're going to need every bit of these laps to get back up front. Because that's what it takes. You got Garcia and Anderson back here. I know it's Super Mario Brothers on there, but it looks like Fruity Pebbles when you look at it real quick. We could call him the Super Fruity Pebble Machine. Super Fruity. Rotor and Company right here with Gostin. They got a door-to-door battle happening. Ooh, almost got banged right there. Hang on to it. Meanwhile, still up front, John Ross. He got that huge lead. He's got about a half second. But Tom Richards going to see if I can't close that gap. It'll take him a few laps to get it done, but I think he'll get it done. Evan Kinney back in third. Jacob Grant here hanging on the fourth. James Horn all right here in fifth. Trevor Ryan back here in the sixth place spot. Ooh, Horn had to chase that thing. Hold on to it there, James. Battle back in the back here. Garcia Calhoun. They were going door to door for a moment. Man up front, Ross. Got 50 to go in this one. It'll go by real quick. My question is, can he go all the way fuel-wise? I got on a 43 lap stint right now. He's on the well, he's not on the longest. Andy Cork's on the longest at 44. I don't get it. 45 for Chris Smith. I mean, Tom Richard and Grant both up front are on 44 laps. Kenny's on a 21 lap, so he's on better tires, but look at Grant right now. Now, Grant's all going to depend on, he's on 22 laps also. Let's see what Grant can do. Ryan's on a lot less, on a 13 lap, so he's got newer tires than any of them. Kenny just put fuel on the last time. And Grant's got to go because Ryan's not going to wait. And when I say go, you've got to be cautious and aggressive. What's up, Nathan Brown? Good luck, Evan and Kenny. Oh, man, it's all right. Hey, I mean, you was in the dicking truck. I mean, you was dicking them out there a little bit. That's okay. I mean, Dickens, my bad. This is a tough track, man. Hey, hats off to these guys out here for being able to do it. I'm curious on, though, man, what Jacob's going to try to do here. Because the more he runs behind Kenny, and caution out. Oh, Colt around. Let's see what happened to him. I had a feeling he just got spun around here himself. Lost it, maybe put a little bit too much wheel. We talked about that all night long. Yep. Too much throttle, too much wheel. And nope. Didn't hit anything. Good job. So, Ross and Richards got to pit now. Because if they don't pit now, they're going to run out of time trying to get back to the front. You know, Grant, Ryan, Horn, all those guys are not pitting. Kenny. So now the question is, does Ross and Richard have enough time to get back to the front? I don't know. They're only going to have, what, 44, maybe 42, 41 laps. And it sounds like a lot of laps, but it's not. They're going to have to be very aggressive coming through the field, but they've also got to be cautious so that they don't get caught up in anybody's mess, which will be very, very hard. Okay, kicking the season off here. CleanRacingLeague.net. Check them out. If you're looking for a good league, go back and look at some of the past broadcasts last season. You'll see why they call it the Clean Racing League. This track, I don't know, dig it up, make it a parking lot, or make it a dirt track, because, man, this place here, it wrecks the best. That's all I can say. I mean, this is, yeah. Well, we sit here, we got lights on the pace car. Oh, nope, lights back. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta give a shout out there to Ed, or L. Freddy. Putting the league on here, Clean Racing League. Guy does an outstanding job. Keeping everything under control. Keeping everything, man, just looking good. Now lights off on the pace car. We're going back green. Evan Kinney, Jacob Grant, Trevor Ryan, James Horn, Kevin Becker, top 5. Gonna lead them to the line here. That's your top 3 right there. Okay. Boy, Kenny says I'm wasting no time getting out of here. I'll let you two back there fight it out. Trucking the wall hard. That is Becker. Woo, he tore it all up. That's probably the hardest hit we've seen all night. Kevin Becker. Unfortunate for him. He got a hand job out of that one. Oh, he got up into the wall and then boom. See ya. Bam. A nose job too. Woo. Ouch. Man's gonna need a hand after that one. Good grief. Evan Kinney though, he got out of, he's going, man, I had a good start. Come on, guys. I had a beautiful start. The problem is here too, this does not help Tom Richard and John Ross back here. These cautions will kill them trying to get through the field. They need to try to see what they can come up with. Loving it. Every minute of it right now. Kenny's going to see. I'll try this one more time when we get back out here. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get it. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to get it. Evan Kinney leading it. Yeah, this is what Grant and those guys back there, or excuse me, Ross and Richard does not want to see. They don't want to see these cautions. Grant probably didn't mind after that last one because he had to get out of the way a little bit. Kenny, he got that good jump. I don't know. So Dickens Cider's a new sponsor, okay? A new cider, so it's a cider. I don't mean no disrespect to the cider company. I mean, I've never tried it. I just know Nathan, he loves wild paint jobs. So good to see you, man, a cider company coming on board. I love it, love it. Evan Kinney, though, Trevor Ryan, Jacob Grant, James Horn, Ryan Twain, and fifth, top 5. The more these laps run under caution, the more Ross and Richard sit back there and think, we're running out of time getting to the front. I mean, the only way that these cautions will help them is that they pick off 3 or 4 positions at a time, and they didn't. And if they're not doing that, then they need a long green flag run to start picking them off 1, 2, or 3 at a time. They need to stay to go the rest of the way, the next 30 laps, 30-some laps. Because that 30 laps will breeze by here on green lap runs. Pulling in, pace car. Single file, you're going to see Kenny get that good jump again. Not as good as he did last time. Ryan's still there. Grant's back in 3rd. Now, the single file will help out. I would say will help out Richard and Ross. Now, they can't do that. Oh! Burn. Got a brake pedal. Burn just went in there and just obliterated him. He got sideways. Oh, he got up into the wall. Turn. And, I think Vern thought maybe he was going to go down the track. That's what it was. The 14 around. But Tom Richard, that right there is the risk of being in the back. Evan Kinney, right now, has had a gift handed to him. The lead. Not taking anything away from his skill, but he has had it right now and looks strong. Kenny, Ryan, Grant, Horn, Gost. I don't know. So we're not going to be quite, probably 25 to go. When we go back green, probably going to be about 26, 7. Give or take 1 or 2. I'm just going to get back up to 15th. Still, it's going to be a tough haul for him to get back front. Ross is there. It was a chain reaction. Tom got up in the wall. Ross got a little bit of love tap on the side. Richard was trying to sideways. Vern thought he probably was going to go off the track and went high. Vern got in the back of him. There, boom. Okay, getting down to the closing ones here. A strong one. Lights off on the pace car. 26 to go and they cross the line. That man, Evan Kinney's loving these single file starts. All right, Kenny right now, making him bounce a little bit behind him. Ryan's there, Grant's there. Grant's trying to get back up there to the front. I'm going to say Kenny needs probably some of these cautions because long green flag runs, I think he's going to pretty much lose a lot here. See Ross, he's got to go. Back in 12th, time's running out. He's got to knock players out. He needs like those top 3. He just can't get it done. Here you go. Kenny's under fire by Ryan. Just because you got newer tires doesn't mean you can make that pass. I do think, though, the longer the run goes, it goes in favor of Ryan and Grant. Oh, but there goes Ryan around. We saw it. And I've talked about it all race. You push that truck too much, guess what? It's going to make you pay. Tom Richard paid a huge price. Wow. Right now, Kenny, he's sitting going, woo! Moon's on my side tonight. Is he going to be able to put this thing in victory lane? Kick off, cleanracingleague.net season here. Lucas Oil Motorsports, Oil Speedway Park, Indianapolis. Evan Kinney, Jacob Grant, James Horn, Gostin, well, look at Gostin, up to 4th, Rayburn there in 5th. all these guys up front are pretty even on their stints too. My question is, can they make it all the way on fuel? I think they can. We've seen 60 laps. Right now they're at 49. These cautions definitely help. And the cautions are what really help. Let's see if they're saving any. And, you know, I don't see why you would not ever. I don't see why you wouldn't ever not save fuel. Get it out in a minute. I mean, under caution. I mean, even if you're just riding around in fourth gear, keeping the RPMs low, clutching it, killing the motor, something, but run around at a high RPM to burn more fuel. Now, when you're under caution anyways, you're cruising. How these guys not say, well, he is. Yeah, that's what Ryan right there. He hit the clutch. Watch, he'll pop the clutch here in a second. He didn't turn the motor off because it didn't go all the way to zero. Just hit the clutch, now he popped the clutch back. Hits the clutch again. Yeah. Not sure why you wouldn't even do that. Even if you knew you can make it all the way. I'm gonna say it's just a no-brainer to not want to save fuel. At least riding fourth gear. Pace car's in. Here we go. Usually you take off in second. Maybe sometimes third, depending on the track. A lot of times it's second. And Kenny gets a good jump. Let's see what Grant can do. Remember, Kenny didn't take tires last time. He only had a 3.1 second pit stop. All the other guys took tires. I said the longer the run goes, it should favor guys behind Kenny. But so far, he's been able to hold these guys off. And time is winding away. Here comes Tom Richard. He's been able to get back up there as Ross has lost all kinds of spots. Wow. Kenny right now holding his own with Grant. Grant could be overdriving the truck. I talk about this too. You're out front most of the race. You get marred back in traffic. You don't know what your truck's going to do once you get back in traffic. You're kind of just like lost. And I think that's what's happened to Grant. Grant's like, I know what to do out front. I don't know what to do behind somebody. And then what do I do when I get to that person? Kenny could be running that truck hard. We got 15 to go here. Grant needs to save his tires. Tom Richards on a mission though. He's back up to 8th. He is trucking through the field. Not saying he's going to get back up here to the front. He's 5 seconds off the pace right now. But he is coming with new tires. And it, oh! Well, I don't agree with that one. I understand, man, you're upset. Come on, Tom. Can't just run a guy over. And that wasn't a bump and run. He just I'll drive him. I mean, you're on newer tires. You got to understand the situation. You're on newer tires, and that right there, wow. And I caught like I see it on the track. I mean, Richard just ran in the back of him. Wasn't going into the turn. That was coming out of the turn. And that's the case of Richard just on way newer tires. He's probably a little, upset. I get it. Don't want to just do that to guys, man, run them out of the way. Got to find a way to pass them. So is that what you're going to do to Kenny if you get up here to him? Push him out the way. Oh boy, tempers flaring already. Well, the man who's liking these cautions right now is that man right there, Evan Kinney. Because he's going, the more these cautions are, the more it holds Grant off. Grant can't get going. I can cool my tires. I can stay out front. Now you guys keep bringing it down here. Bring it down to green-white checker for all I care. I know Kenny would rather win it, on the green, but I just feel that if Grant doesn't overdrive his truck, now I don't know now with about 10 to go, but I would, 10 laps to go, I feel like if Grant would overdrive his truck, toward the tires up to Kenny, yeah. I mean, he's done a masterful job out front, Evan has, keeping that truck, and it just goes to show you what track position does for you. I'm kind of curious on what happened to Ross now, as I saw Richard back there. We didn't go back and see early on. Trying to look. Got Ross in the back right now. Getting set to go back green. With less than 10 to go. Evan Kinney. Jacob Grant. James Horn. Gostin. Rayburn, top 5. Could be, it's going to be 8 to go. We turn him back loose. Has Grant got anything for Kenny? Does he got enough time to do anything with Kenny? He needs a good start. Kenny's going to play the game right here. Beautiful. Grant didn't get the start he wanted. So what's Horn do? Says, I'm not going to drive it in the turn, I'll tell you that. Grant can't overdrive this truck. He needs to stay patient. He did drive it in hard right there. And he is able to maintain the outside for a little bit. Okay? Not bad. Right there was a good run for him. You can see Kenny right now, those tires are starting to go away. He needs full green flag run.
Yellow flag.
Caution. Quite sure what happened. Find what happened. Colt, yep, Colt. Oh yeah, he just lost it. Boom! Got nailed. What Grant didn't want to see, he was starting to close in on Kenny. But I think this is what Kenny wants to see. Kenny wants Grant to have to drive hard and try to make a way around this track. The bad thing is there's not many places to go around at this track. I think Grant has tried everything he can do. Kenny needs the start of his life. Not going to quite be a green-white checkered, I don't believe. As we got 5 to go. time to go. Don't think. Let's see. Got Kenny here. Out front. Whew. I don't know how to play this one out for you here. It might be a green-white checker. I think it's going to be. I think we're going to have a green-white checker. Whether it's an official one or not, I think it's pretty much going to be a green-white checker, though. Grant's got to think about the restart. Got to think about what he can do to get in there. He's got the newer tires, but at this point, they're pretty much wearing out. I know Kenny's tires have got to be wearing out. They got to be dying. Kenny's still not doing fuel. Huh. None of these guys are. Wow. Okay. Lights off on pace car. I guess it's going to be an official green-white checker. Pace car's in. We'll go green. We'll wrap it around. I don't think so because we've got 3 to go. Shouldn't be green-white. We'll see. Grant needs that start. He does. He gets a pretty good start right there, Grant does. Green. Gotta go into that turn. Gotta follow him in. Gotta be very, very careful. Gotta get on that bumper, though. Gotta get on that bumper. You can see Kenny right there. White flag! Oh! Grant is blinking. Oh, does he have enough time? But Grant was blinking hard, and I think that just messed his whole race up. Wow, final lap, final time. Evan Kenny's going to hold him off for the start of the season for the Clean Racing League. Oh, Jacob Grant starting to blink hard. Wow. Oh, man. What a win. What a win. Evan Kenny holding these guys off here tonight. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What a finish. Show you the results. That's the unofficial results right there. Wow. On the interview room there, fellas. There's an interview room there, guys. All right, let's bring up Horn here and get a word with him. James, join the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, man, I tell you what, you was able to hang on that 3rd place. Little treacherous track, though, man. How's the tire wear for you?
It definitely was getting it. This is the first time I've ever raced here, so I don't even know how I got 3rd place, to be honest with you.
Hey, sometimes, man, good to be lucky. But, I mean, hey, you was able to get up there, start the season off good, hit a 3rd place. You got anybody you want to thank?
I guess I'll thank my wife, Jessica. You know, she let me do this tonight and not be mad at me, so I'll thank her for letting me do it. So
Hey, it turned out pretty good too. There you go. Well, man, right now, looking pretty strong, man. Again, congratulations on that third place.
Yes, sir. Thank you. See you next week.
There we go. Well, let's bring up our second place man here. Old Grant. Grant, you wait in the booth? You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, I don't know what happened there at the end. On my end, it looked like you blinked and it just kind of took it away, so I'm not sure. But, I mean, did you feel like those cautions maybe hindered you a little bit?
Yeah, I had a buddy Josh Altus spotting for me tonight and kind of playing crew chief, and we were talking about that. Like, in the long run, I felt like I would have been good. I feel like it would have definitely been hard to pass, but I mean, it's hard to say with all the cautions. I think they helped me out and they kind of hindered me both. And yeah, there on the last lap, I was having some internet and connection issues. I started blinking a little bit and disappeared and reappeared. I thought I was going to completely clean out Evan.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and that's what I saw on my end. I didn't know if you saw it or whatnot, but hey, nonetheless, had a fast truck, able to come back through the field, get up here to second. You got anybody you want to thank for a good season opener?
Yeah, man, I want to thank you for broadcasting, Fred for hosting this league. You race with a bunch of these guys over in the Thursday night league, Brownie Racing League. So anybody who's interested in that, please reach out. We need some people to join in, and it's a super fun league to race in. We run the Gen 4 cars. I'd like to thank Evan for racing me clean, all the guys that I battled up front for racing me clean there for a while. Kind of messed up on pit strategy. I think I should have stayed out a little bit longer and held the lead a little bit longer, but I'm glad we could drive through the field and get back up to second. Also want to thank my guys over at High Five Racing. All those guys helped me do a lot that I need to do to come in and do what I can do in a race car.
No doubt, and it's definitely man showed tonight. You got some talent. It's going to be a good season. Again, congratulations on second, Grant.
Thank you, sir.
There we go with this guy here, man. Held him off. Evan, join the booth. Got a copy?
Joe, I got you.
Well, you were able to hold him off. I was kind of worried. I got to ask, do you think maybe some of those cautions might have helped? I know you were on the older set of tire.
I know for a fact that I was one of the fastest trucks in the long run, so I think the longer we would have gone, I probably would have been all right. It was just those first few laps I don't take off very well. So I think I would have been fine, but I guess we'll never find out, will we?
Hey, well, no doubt. Well, I'll tell you what, Grant was coming there at the end, like you had little connections, but man, you had a fast car, got yourself up there. How was the tire wear for your truck, though?
Yeah, I did pretty good with my Meek Market Toyota. We saved tires pretty well. I think we were better off than everybody else in the long run. That first stint, we got caught behind some slower guys, and it's almost impossible to pass here. So I knew that if we could get a long green flag run, I would be all right. But those cautions certainly helped me out there at the end.
Tell you what, man, came home, put it in victory lane for the season opener here for the Clean Racing League. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank you for putting on a great broadcast, for Fred for putting on this league. I want to shout out my Brownie Racing League. Come race with us on Thursdays. I got to thank Nate for getting me ready for this. He's one of the best short trackers out there, and he taught me everything I knew. And then my sponsor, Dick's Meat Market.
There you go. Tell you what, Evan Kenny put it in victory lane. Well, it was a good one to open the season off for the Clean Racing League here. Check them out at cleanracing.net, folks. As we're going to head off, we got tomorrow. We got some good dirt tracking coming up. We got some asphalt stuff coming up before the week here on the channel. For myself and everyone, have a good night.